Hey guys, I'm Miss Jennifer. Welcome to our large group class today. How are you guys doing? Good. I am so glad. So we are going to go ahead and get started. I just want you to know that this is a large group class. We also have small group classes where you'll be able to talk back and forth with us. For today, I'm not going to be able to hear you, but I'm going to be watching it. I'm going to be looking, and you're going to be giving me thumbs up or thumbs down and showing me that you're following along and learning with us. Okay. And then we also have one-on-one sessions where you get to work with just the teacher all by yourself. So for today, for our large group class, I'm going to keep you on mute, which again means I can't hear you, but I can see you. And I'm going to be making sure you're following along and learning right along with me. So I am going to get started by sharing my screen with you. And so you should be able to see a purple background. Give me a thumbs up if you see a purple background. Awesome. Yes, and it's a light purple background. So it says DailiesPods large group class, and I am so happy you're here joining me. Again, my name is Miss Jennifer, so let's go ahead and get started. What do we need for this lesson today? Well, we are going to need some paper. We're going to need something to write with. That can be a pencil is probably the best. And then we'll also need some coloring material. So that could be crayons, markers, colored pencils, anything else that you have that you'd like to use to help you do some work today. So I'm going to give you just about a minute to go ahead and get those supplies. Make sure you have them sitting right next to you so that when it's time for us to use them, we have them ready to go. All right, I'm going to give you just a minute while you're going ahead to get those supplies. If you're sitting there waiting, I'm wondering, what's the weather like where you live today? Is it cold? Is it sunny? Is it hot? Is it windy maybe? Where I live, it actually just started to rain. So you might hear some rain. You even might hear some thunder and lightning. It seems like it's becoming a storm. So I'm apologizing if you hear that storm behind me today. All right. Well, I think everyone should have their materials ready to go. And if not, that's okay. I will remind you later on when we're actually going to use those materials. So for now, just set them right next to you. And we are going to go over what do we need to do to learn our very best. So to learn our best, we have our eyes on. Can you point to your eyes and say eyes on? Wonderful. So that means your eyes are turned on when we're working. You're looking at the screen, you're looking at me, you're looking at whatever else we're working on. Now, can you say ears on and point to your ears? Perfect. So ears on means we're listening to me. We're listening to all the important information I have to share with you today. And then we also have minds on. Can you point to your mind and say minds on? And so minds on means your brain is thinking, it's working so hard to learn everything that we're talking about today. So let's say those again. We're going to have our eyes on, ears on, minds on, always. So that means the whole time we're working. Then we're going to also have our hands on. Can you show me your hands and say hands on? Hands on, and then point to your mouth and say mouths on. Yep, just when it's your turn. So I'll let you know when it's your turn to use your hands for those materials. I'll let you know when it's your turn to use your mouth or your words for talking. Now, again, I'm not going to be able to hear you when you're talking, but it's okay if you maybe want to think out loud and share some of your thoughts. All right, and then we're going to do our very best work. Can you give me thumbs up if you promise to do this today to help yourself learn? And it will even help your friends learn too. All right, wonderful. So let's get to know each other a little bit better. Some of you might be friends that I already know, and some of you might be friends that are new to me. So I want to get to know a little bit about you. I want you to make a face to show me how you're feeling today. Here's some ideas down here. Maybe you're happy or excited. Maybe you're surprised or maybe scared. Maybe you're feeling sad, or nervous. Maybe this is your first time in a large group class, or maybe you're just feeling so loving and caring. There's so many other ways you can be feeling today. I want you to make a face to show me. Before you do that, I'm going to show you how I'm feeling. I am feeling super happy. So I'm going to give a big, big smile. And I am so happy because this is our large group class we're working on together, and I've been looking forward to it all week long. All right, now show me how you're feeling. Let me see your face. Wow, I see lots of different feelings or emotions. I am so glad it looks like you're having a great day. Now we have a song we're going to sing together. It's going to welcome us, to make us feel like we belong here, because we do. So I'm going to play the video and we're going to watch. Remember our eyes on. We're going to listen. Remember our ears on. And we're going to see if we can even use our words, our mouths, and start to sing along once we hear the words. All right, let's get started. And you can even dance with the friend that you see.
Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. I'm good. I'm great. I'm wonderful. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? I'm tired.
Oh, tired.
I'm hungry.
Hungry.
I'm not so good. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I'm not so good. Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you? Hello, 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 how are you?
All right. Did you get some new ideas from that song about how you are feeling today? Did you feel some of the same things as them? Were you maybe feeling not so good? Oh, I hope your day gets better then. Were you feeling hungry or tired? Or maybe great and wonderful? I hope that you were feeling great and wonderful. Now, oh, I almost clicked to play our song again. We will have more songs later on. So what we have next is a letter that I wrote just for you. Now, this letter tells you a little bit about what we're going to get to do today. So I'm going to read it to you. Look at some of these words. Are there some words maybe you know? Maybe you know the word I. Maybe you know the word we. So I want to read. I want you to listen and think about what this is saying. First of all, it says the date. It says today is Friday, May 7th. Now, you might be watching this on another day, so it might be a different day where you are. Maybe it's May 20th, or maybe it's even another day. Can you tell me the date, what it is for you today? Do you know? All right. Well, hi, friends. Happy Friday. Again, you might be watching this on a day that's not Friday. What day of the week is it for you? I am so excited to get to learn and have fun with you today. We will read a book, work with numbers, and even do some writing. Wow, we better get started. Who is ready for our class together today? From Miss Jennifer. I'm ready. Give me a thumbs, give me a hands up if you're ready. Oh, everyone looks ready to go. Here we go. I have a question for you, and this picture that you see on the screen might help you think about it. What do you see in that picture? So I'm wondering, I want us to get our brains ready to think about what we're going to be working on the whole rest of our time together today. So I'm wondering, what is a neighbor? Have you heard that word neighbor before? Have you used that word neighbor before? What do you think a neighbor could be? A neighbor is someone that lives by you or close to you, maybe next to you or near you. So if that's what a neighbor is, what is a neighborhood? Those words kind of start the same. They kind of sound the same, but neighborhood means something else. A neighborhood is, can you say? I don't want to tell you because I'm going to tell you in just a little bit. I want you. Turn to someone that's near you, or maybe just think out loud. Tell me, what is a neighborhood? All right, we'll check in a little bit and see if you were right. So, what do we have next? It's time for us to have some fun. Before we work so hard, before we learn, we get to have some fun. Now, for today's have some fun activity, we're going to get up, we're going to move our bodies, we're going to get to maybe sing some of the words. We're going to get to play a game called Simon Says. Have you ever played Simon Says? Simon Says is a game where it really helps you practice your listening or your ears being on, because they're going to say Simon Says. If they say Simon Says before telling you to do something, you do it. So if the lady says Simon Says, touch your head. She said Simon Says in this game, so you touch your head. If she says Simon Says, touch your shoulders. She said Simon Says before that, so we touch our shoulders. But if they just say, touch your nose, in this game, we don't do it because they didn't say Simon Says. So we just stay still and we listen for the next thing that Simon tells us to do. Do you think you're ready? I know you're ready. If you're ready, pat your head. Okay, here we go. Again, we're going to listen, we're going to look, and we're going to see if we can move our bodies in certain ways, only when they say Simon Says. Here we go.
Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your shoulders. Simon says, touch your elbows. Touch your head. Simon didn't say to touch your head. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, stomp your feet. Simon says, bend your knees. Simon says, touch your ears. Touch your back. Simon didn't say touch your back. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, jump up and down. Simon says, stop. Simon says, jump up and down. Now stop. Simon didn't say stop this time. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, snap your fingers. Simon says, wiggle your arms. Simon says, move like a robot. Sit down. Simon didn't say sit down. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says. Simon says, only do what Simon says.
All right. Did you have so much fun? Do you feel warmed up, ready to go? Do you feel like your brain is ready? Your body is ready? You're going to be able to work so hard? Well, let's get started. So what are we going to be doing in this lesson? Well, we are going to be learning about neighborhoods. We just talked a little bit about what that word might mean. We're going to learn some more. We're going to practice counting all the way up to 20. Who's counted up to 20 before? Oh, it looks like you've had some practice. We're going to keep practicing that. We're going to also write some numbers. We're going to answer some questions about our numbers and our counting. Then we'll get to read a book about neighborhoods. I love to read books. That's one of my favorite things I'm most excited for. And then we're going to draw and write about our own neighborhood. Now, yep, keep those supplies nearby. We don't need them just yet, but that's when we'll be using them. So I want you to look at this picture to help you think about what a neighborhood could be. So what is a neighborhood? You thought a little bit about it. You shared a little bit about it. I want to tell you a neighborhood has the word neighbor in it. A neighbor, like we said, is someone that lives by you, next to you, near you, close to you. A neighborhood is anything in the area that you live in. So it could be people, your neighbors can be in your neighborhood. It could be a library. Maybe there's some buildings in your neighborhood and one of them's a library where you can get books. Maybe there's a school in your neighborhood. Maybe there's a grocery store in your neighborhood. Maybe a post office or a fire station. Do you have any of those things where you live in your neighborhood? Nod your head yes, or shake your head no, not in my neighborhood. Yeah, most neighborhoods have some of these things. What are some other things in your neighborhood that you can think of that we didn't talk about? So if you're looking at the picture, maybe there's lots of cars in your neighborhood. Maybe is there a park in your neighborhood or a playground could be another word for that. There's so many things that can be in neighborhoods. Just remember, a neighborhood is anything in the area where you live. Can you say that after me? The neighborhood is anything in the area where you live. Yes, so we can have lots of different neighborhoods. You live in the same neighborhood as your neighbor. So now that we talked a little bit about that, it is time for our math moment today. Now for our math moment, we're going to be doing some thinking and we're also going to be doing some writing numbers. So I would love for you to get out that piece of paper, get out something to write with, maybe that pencil that you have. Now I'm going to be using this whiteboard that you can see a little bit behind me. Don't worry, when we write, I'll make it bigger so you can see. I'm using this whiteboard and a marker just so you can see a little bit better, but you'll be doing this on paper. Okay, so first let's have our math moment. Let's look at this first picture over here. Do you see where my mouse is moving? Can you nod your head yes? Good, so where my mouse is moving, we see houses. Houses are something that's in a neighborhood. How many houses do we see in this first picture, in this first neighborhood? I'm going to show you how I count them. You can count along with me, or you can listen this time and you'll have it turn later. So there are 1, 2, 3 houses in this neighborhood. Should I keep counting? Are there 4? No, I only can count for each one that I see in this first picture. So I see 1, 2, 3. There are 3 houses in this first neighborhood. Is that a big neighborhood or a small neighborhood? It looks pretty small. We want to write the number 3 to show there are 3 houses. So on your piece of paper with your pencil, let's write the number 3. To write the number 3, we start at the top. We kind of curve up and down. Then we go back and curve in again. That's how we write the number 3. Go ahead and write the number 3 to show there are 3 houses. 1, 2, 3, 3 houses in that first neighborhood. Wonderful. So you shared 3, you wrote 3 houses. Now let's look at this next neighborhood. Look, we said that there can be lots of different neighborhoods. There's different neighborhoods. So let's look at this picture. And this picture is another neighborhood. It's a different neighborhood. How many houses do we see in this neighborhood? Remember, we're going to count. This time you can count with me, but we're only going to count for the number of houses when we run out of houses, we stop counting. Ready? Let's count together. 1, 2. Oh, here's a tree. Should I count the tree? Nope, we're only counting houses today. Let's start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many houses are in this neighborhood? There are 6 houses. So let's write the number 6 with your same paper, your same pencil or writing utensil that you're using. Let's write the number 6. To write the 6, you start at the top. You curve back a little bit, you go down, up, and connect it or touch it. So we have written the number 3 and we just wrote the number 6. Wonderful job writing the number 6. I can see you working so hard. All right, we have another neighborhood that we need to think about. Can you believe it? Ooh, there's the thunder I told you about. Can you hear it? It's storming in my neighborhood. Okay, let's look at another neighborhood. Whoa, these neighborhoods, are they getting smaller or are they getting bigger? They look like they're getting bigger. There are more houses. There is more space. So let's look at this neighborhood. Do you see where my mouse is right now? Where that white arrow is moving around? Perfect. So there is a neighborhood right here. Let's count the houses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should I keep counting over here? No, we're just counting this one picture, this one neighborhood. So there were how many houses in this neighborhood? Were there 2 houses? Nod your head yes if there were 2 houses. Shake it no if no. There weren't 2, there were more than 2. Okay, were there 4 houses? No. Were there 9 houses? No, 9 is too big. There were 8 houses. Let's write the number 8. To write the 8, we start at the top, and let me make myself a little bit bigger so you can see. If I start at the top, this one is a fun number to make. We kind of make a letter. It looks like an S, but then I keep going back and up. So it kind of looks like there's 2 circles, or kind of like a snowman on top of each other. That says that the number 8, just like we have 8 houses. Okay, let's look at one last neighborhood. Do you think you can do it? I know you can. So look at this neighborhood. We have so many houses. Whoa, let's count them. When I count, it usually makes sense to start up here, go across, and then down. That's how we read words in a book. So let's count. We have 1. I want to see your mouse moving with mine to show me that you're counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, the number 15 is different than the numbers we made before because it's made with 2 numbers right next to each other. That's how we write it. So if I want to write the number 15, it starts with a 1. Go ahead and write the number 1. Now we have a 5 next to it. That shows the number 15. To make the 5, we do a little line going down, swoop it around, and then we have to go back to the top and put a little line up top. So that makes a 5. A 1 next to a 5 reads and tells us 15. So there were 15 houses. Which neighborhood was the biggest? The neighborhood with 3 houses or the neighborhood with 15 houses? Oh, yes, the neighborhood with 15 houses was the bigger neighborhood. Okay, we have another song we're going to sing together. This song gets stuck in my head after I listen to it. It's so fun. So it is called My Neighborhood, in My Neighborhood. Are you ready? And you might still hear that thunder and even lightning behind me now. Wow, what a stormy day for us to be working together. Okay, so in my neighborhood, your job is to look, your job is to listen, and you can even sing along if you learn some of the words. Think about, what do you see in a neighborhood? And let me make sure our sound is on. Yep, it was on. Here we go. Is she just being silly and dancing? Let's listen to the words.
I'm Teacher Kelly. How are you? I'm great, thanks. Get ready to have some fun, dance with me, and sing it loud. Firefighters are nice. They fight fires all night. Police officers are great. They keep us super safe. Doctors are fantastic. They help me when I'm sick. In my neighborhood, all the people are really good. In my neighborhood, I love my neighborhood. Drivers are superstars. They drive buses, trains, and cars. Librarians are cool. They find books at the school. Teachers take care of me. They count 1, 2, 3. In my neighborhood, all the people are really good. In my neighborhood, I love my neighborhood. All these people are really good. They're a part of my neighborhood. All these people are really good. They're part of my neighborhood.
All right, so you maybe learned a little bit more about what's in a neighborhood. From that song, what did you learn could be in a neighborhood? Drivers, police officers, doctors, teachers. Can you think of anything else in a neighborhood that we didn't talk about there? I love that you're thinking so hard. Well, we had our math moment to practice some counting and writing numbers. We learned a little bit about what a neighborhood is, so it is time to read. It is time for us to read about a neighborhood and what is in a neighborhood. So this book is called Maybe Something Beautiful. Now I'm going to put this book on the screen so that you can see it. I'm going to read the words to you. I want you to think about the words, think about the pictures that you see while you look at them, and think about, what is this telling us about neighborhoods? So I am going to make it so you can see it. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can see the cover or the front of this book? It's called Maybe Something Beautiful. All right. I'm going to ask you some questions as we read. Now, this book is fiction, which means it's not real. It didn't really happen. But let's enjoy and see what it has to tell us. In the heart of a gray city, there lived a girl who loved to doodle, draw, color, and paint. Every time she saw a blank piece of paper, Mira thought to herself, maybe... What do you think she's thinking? I think she's thinking of ideas to draw. And because of this, her room was filled with color and her heart was filled with joy. Is joy something good or something bad? Joy is good. It means happiness. On her way to school one day, Mira gave a round apple to Mr. Henry, the owner of the shop down the street. She gave a flower to Miss Lopez, the lady with the sparkling eyes. Ooh, that means her eyes are like bright. She looks happy and cheerful. We can see a picture of Mr. Henry over here with his round apple. What are you thinking about Mira? What kind of girl or character is she? She seems very kind and caring. She gave a songbird to Mr. Sachs and a red heart to the policeman who walked up and down the streets. On her way home, Mira taped a glowing sun onto the wall, hiding in the shadows. Her city was less gray, but not much. I'm thinking, would you like a city that's gray, or would you like a city that's colorful? I would like a colorful city. The next day, Mira saw a man with a pocket full of paintbrushes. He gazed at the wall. He looked at her son. He held his fingers up in a square and peered through them. He said thoughtfully. What do you see? Mira asked. Maybe something beautiful, the man replied. What do you think is going to happen? See if your prediction or your guess is right. Then, just like that, he dipped a brush in the paint. Bam! Pow! The shadows scurried away. Sky blue cut through the gloom. The man's laughter was like a rainbow spreading across the sky. Who are you? Mira asked. I'm an artist, he said. A muralist. I paint on walls. I'm an artist too, she told him. He handed Mira a brush. Then come on. Do you think Mira's going to help him? I think she will. Let's see. Mira dipped it in the loudest color she saw. Yow-wee! The wall lit up like sunshine. Now we know that sounds can be loud. Colors can be loud too. That just means that they're bright. They stand out, just like the colors we see here. As the man drew pictures on the bricks, Mira added color, punch, and pizzazz. Soon, Mr. Sachs joined in. Then came others. Everyone painted to the rhythm. Salsa, merengue, bebop. Those are different kinds of dances. They seem so excited. Even Mira's mama painted and danced the cha-cha-cha. The whole neighborhood became a giant block party until sometimes authors or the people who write the books, they put those 3 little dots or 3 little periods. It means that there's more to come, that thought isn't finished. We need to see what comes next. So until the policeman walked up. Look at his face in this picture. How does he look? He does not look very happy. Can you make a policeman upset face like you see here? Excuse me, he said. The music stopped. Mira put her brush down. They were surely in trouble. The officer cleared his throat, then paused. May I paint with you? He asked. So Mira handed him a paintbrush and the music started again. Did you know that he was going to want to paint? Teachers and papas jumped in, babies too. Mira and the man handed out brush after brush. Color spread throughout the streets. So did joy. Remember, we said that joy means happy? Wherever Mira and the man went, art followed like the string of a kite. After they colored the walls, they painted utility boxes and benches. They decorated sidewalks with poetry and shine. Just everyone danced. Together, they created something more beautiful than they had ever imagined. Would you like to do this in your neighborhood? Make it colorful and beautiful and everyone happy and full of joy? When their clothes were splattered with a million colors, everyone sat down to rest. except the muralist. That's the one who's painting a picture or a mural, it can be called. His eyes sparkled. You, my friends, are all artists, he told them. The world is your canvas. He smiled wide, then pulled everything together in big, sweeping motions. Can you show me big, sweeping motions? His paintbrush was like a magic wand. When he was finished, Mira added one more bird way up in the sky. Maybe, she thought, just maybe. Ooh, again, we see those dots, the thought's not finished. And the author doesn't finish it in this book. Instead, we see real pictures of kids painting and making their neighborhood colorful, just like what we read in the book with Mira. Wow, how did you like that book today? If you liked that book today, I want you to wave your arms. If that maybe wasn't your favorite book today, you can just put your arms like this. Oh, it looks like everyone enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It showed us a neighborhood that improved. It got better. They tried to make it more colorful. And we saw some things that could be in a neighborhood. Different people, a painter, a police officer. They said there were park benches. Lots of different things can be part of a neighborhood. So it is time for us to make our very own neighborhood. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to draw wherever you live. So maybe you live in a house, or maybe you live in an apartment. I want you to draw the actual home that you have. If it's a house, an apartment, anything else, I want you to draw it, okay? So I'm going to be drawing my own neighborhood up here just to give you some ideas, but I want to see your neighborhood. So first step, we're going to draw our house or our home or our apartment wherever you live, okay? So I'm going to draw mine, and my house is kind of like a yellowish color. I don't have a yellow marker. I'm going to use an orange marker. Now you're going to use your paper, something to write with, in your coloring materials. Maybe you have some markers. Maybe you have some crayons, colored pencils. Now is the time to finally use them. I know you've been waiting so long. So I'm going to draw my house where I live. So you can try to make the color of your house exactly like yours. Maybe you can just pick some fun colors that you wish was the color of your house or wherever you live. Now on my house, I'm going to put, we have some windows on the front, we have a door. So I'm going to draw a door, and we actually have a blue door and blue around our windows. So I'm drawing a blue door. I know I'm going kind of quick. You can take your time. It's okay. If you don't finish your whole picture with me today, you can always finish it later. But let's go ahead and work while we're together. Let's go ahead and start to draw exactly where you live. Now, I want you to think about what shapes can go, what shapes can help you draw where you live. So I put door, I put some windows. I'm gonna maybe put there's some bushes in the front of my house. I'm gonna draw some bushes. Those are green. I'm not doing the best at drawing the bushes, but I can definitely put some green and do the best I can. Okay, so go ahead, keep drawing your house or your home or your apartment wherever you live. I'm gonna give you a minute to do that. I love how you're working so hard. I love that you're using your supplies you have. I love that you're trying your very best. Okay, Let's go ahead and see what else we can put in our neighborhood. We know our house is in our neighborhood. What else is something that is in your neighborhood? Is it a person you want to put in your neighborhood? Is it a place that's in your neighborhood? Maybe a school, maybe a store. What is in your neighborhood or near where you live? In my neighborhood, something that's near where I live is the ocean or the water. The beach is another word for it. So I'm going to draw that to show my neighborhood. Now, do you have the ocean or beach where you live? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. So I want you to think, what's one thing that you're really excited about, that you love in your neighborhood, that you want to draw to show is near your house? So while I go ahead and start drawing the beach and the ocean, you're going to go ahead and start drawing whatever it is that you're adding in your neighborhood. Okay, so the beach is kind of over here. I'm going to just draw some waves and color it in. So again, you get to use your coloring supplies right now. Okay, so there's some of the ocean of my neighborhood. I'm going to draw some other blue waves. The ocean's kind of rough. There's lots of different colored blue that it can look like. There's lots of different waves rolling in, so I'm trying to make it look just like that in my picture. Then there's also sand right by the ocean, so I'm going to just color some dots of sand to show the beach. How's your picture going? Is it going well? I can't wait to see it when you're done. You're going to get to just hold it up and show me. You won't get to talk about it today, but if you do a small group class with me or with any other teacher, you'll get to show your thing and talk about it. So there is my beach. There is my sand. There it is. There it is. Okay. Keep drawing one other thing in your neighborhood. Now, if you're done, if you already drew something in your neighborhood, you can draw something else. So I drew the beach. Maybe I want to draw, maybe I want to draw, maybe a tree in my neighborhood. There's a really cool tree in our neighborhood. So while you're continuing to work on yours, I'm going to draw a tree, and oh, it looks like it's a purple tree. That's okay. When you're the artist, you get to choose. You get to have fun. So here is my tree. Okay, keep adding to something that is near your house in your neighborhood. Are you ready to move on? Remember, you can finish this later. Or if you are done, you can keep moving right along with me. So the thing that we're going to do next is we're going to write some words to help people know what's in our neighborhood. We drew pictures with lots of details, but we also want to write to help explain what we drew. So I put my house or my home. If you have an apartment or you live anywhere else, you can still call it your home. That means it's where you live. So we're going to write the word home. Now, should I use the color pink or should I use the color green? I think I'm going to go with pink to start and then I'll use green after. So I am going to write home. I want you to write the word home with me. You're going to write it next to your home on your paper. So how would we spell home? Home starts with the sound. What letter makes the sound? H. So I'm going to put an H. I'm doing a lowercase h right next to my home. I wrote an H. Good job writing your H. Now I'm going to write an O. What letter makes that O sound? The letter O. So I'm going to write the letter O right next to the H. Wonderful job writing your, oh, okay, next we have the M. M makes the sound that we need next. So we're going to write the letter M. And there's one more letter. It's a silent E that goes at the end. We call it silent because we don't hear it. We don't hear the sound, but we need it there to spell. And it makes this O sound, a long O sound when we put that E there. So let's go ahead and write that E. Wonderful. Now you just wrote home. H. Can you say the name of the letters with me as you point to your own paper? H O M E. Now let's slide our finger and read it. Home. Wonderful job. Now let's look at one more thing that you drew in your neighborhood. Maybe you drew a park or a school or a store. I want you to do your very, very best. It's going to be kind of tricky, but write the name of whatever you drew. So we're all going to have different words here because we all have different pictures. We all have different neighborhoods. So I'm going to write tree for my tree. Now for my word, I spell it tr. It starts with that tr sound. Two letters work together to make that tr sound. It's T R. So underneath the tree, I'm writing T R, and then E is the next sound. That's made with not one but two E's. So I write tree. Now you might have a tree so you can write that word too, but I think you have something else. So do the very best, make the sounds. What sounds do you hear? What letters make those sounds? What words can you write next to your picture of your neighborhood? I'm going to give you just a minute to go ahead and do that. It's okay if it's tricky. Do the very, very best you can. Think about what sounds you hear. Maybe you're just going to write the first letter of what it starts with, like ocean starts with O. So maybe I'm just going to write the letter O for ocean, and that's okay. That's a wonderful start. I'm going to put the letters up here so that you can see them in case you need some help. We have the uppercase or the capital letters over here, and then we have the lowercase or the small letters over here. I wrote in all lowercase today. Here are some letters you can use for help. I'm going to give you a little bit longer. Did you write the name of something else that's in your neighborhood? All right, well, while you're finishing up, I want to ask you some questions to make sure you did everything you needed to do. Did you draw where you live? Yep, I did. Did you draw one other thing in your neighborhood? Yep, I did. Did you write the word home? Did you maybe write the name of something else in your neighborhood drawing? If you did all these things, you did what you needed to do for today. So it is time for you to share. Now, again, you don't get to talk in large group classes, but in small group classes and one-on-one sessions, you do. But I just want you to hold up and show me your hard work. I know you worked so hard on it. Look at all those neighborhoods. Now, are all our neighborhoods the same? No, they show that we can live in different neighborhoods together. Now, I want to ask you, I want to check in with you before we sing a goodbye song. I want to ask you, what was your favorite part of this lesson today? Was it the drawing, the writing, the math, the reading? Anything else we did? Now, I want to know what is something you'll keep working on for next time. Maybe you're going to keep practicing your counting up to 20. Maybe you're going to work on listening to the book that's being read a little bit better. Maybe you're going to work on spelling some words by yourself. I love for you to think about something that you're going to keep working on, and I can't wait to see how you do with that. Okay. Well, since we just checked in, I want us to sing a goodbye song to say goodbye to each other. Now we're going to play this song. We might not get to listen to the whole thing. That's okay. I am going to play this for you. It's our goodbye song because our time has come to an end. Let's sing, let's watch, let's listen.
Oh yeah, kids, it's time to say goodbye.
Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone. Goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to you, goodbye to me. Goodbye, see you next time, everyone.
All right, we are going to stop there for right now. I had so much fun working with you today. Did you have so much fun? If you had so much fun, pat your shoulders. Wonderful. If you learned so much, touch your nose. I definitely learned a lot from you. So I want to say goodbye, but I will hopefully see you again. So when can you see me again? You can see me for small groups where it's just you and a few friends on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 8 in the morning Eastern time. Or if you want a one-on-one to just work with me and you can see me on Monday at 9 and 9:30 Eastern time, Wednesday or Thursday at 9 a.m. And then we have a large group classes just like the one you did today with lots of different teachers every day at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So we are so looking forward to getting to work with you again. Thank you for joining us today. Now you're going to get an email after this class that will tell you the objectives, the 3 things that we focused on and worked on for reading, writing, and math. If you have any questions, just go ahead and reply back to that email. There's a link at the bottom too that you can click on to log into your portal, and you can ask questions through the portal too. We are here to support you. We'd love to answer any of your questions that you have. We just want to remind you that this was a large group class today. We also offer small group pods with more interaction, and then also one-on-one sessions where you'd get that interaction with the teacher. Thank you guys so much for joining this large group class. Again, any questions, go ahead and reach out. We'd love for you to log into that portal to check out our schedule. We have teachers every day from 7 in the morning until 7 at night in all time zones, from pre-K all the way up to 3rd grade. So we look forward to seeing you soon. Let's wave goodbye. Thank you for working so hard. Bye.